Welcome back everyone to another build order tutorial, and today we're looking at Britons for Empire Wars, and it's going to be a Britons Archer Rush. So of course with Empire Wars we've got new maps, and today we're looking at runestones. Runestones is very much like Arabia, but it's a lot more wallable it seems, so let's get the ball rolling. With Empire Wars you start off with 6 on sheep underneath the TC, but what we will do, we'll take one villager from the wood line to build an archery range, and then we'll take one villager from all 3 lumber camps to start building our walls. Once we've got those villagers on the move to start building the walls, we will click double bid axe once we can, and we will send 4 villagers from underneath the TC to berries. We'll get 4 new villagers from the TC. The first 4 villagers to come from the TC will go to the food, the sheep, underneath the TC. As you can see, we're getting double bid axe now, and we're slowly making our way to walling up. That villager that builds the archery range continues to build houses as well and walls up the front of the base. Once we've got the archery range built, we will start to queue up archers. We want to mass them up and also help defend our walls. So there's the 4 villagers from underneath TC going to the berries. Now the numbers you want to look out for, you start off with 28 villagers. So once you hit 32 villagers, you're going to start moving villagers to go to gold. Of course, we get 4 villagers, the starting 4, to go underneath the TC. Now these villagers underneath the TC will take the sheep of course and then start to drop farms around the TC. We'll send 6 villagers to gold, totaling 38 villagers in total, and we'll slowly wall our base up. As you can see, we're pretty much done with the walling, and these villagers will go back to the wood line from where they came. So the next marker to look out for is 38 villagers. That's when you start to send the last 2 villagers to wood. Keep our archers producing, TC running. And there's our 38th villager. The next 2 villagers will go to the wood line, and we won't make any more villagers before clicking up. We may need to force drop off a little bit of food before we click up. Now once you hit enough to afford a second archery range, you take 1 villager from the wood line to build that archery range, and then you have double archery range production. At this point you need to start saving up for your fletching. That's probably the next priority. You're going to move forward as well if you can, depending on the scenario and how aggressive your opponent is. But as you can see, we're going to get fletching, and we've got 8 archers there. We'll also get the armor upgrade when we can afford it. We're going to get horse collar as well, so the villagers at the berries, we need to prepare those. Those will be running out very soon. We're going to start building houses as well with a villager from the wood line. We'll get a horse collar. We'll get a second mining upgrade. Sorry, the second mining camp. And we'll also get the mining upgrade as soon as the armor upgrade. So the archers come through from the blacksmith. We're going to start to move forward now, and we're causing a bit of pressure already. And we're going to be able to pick off these archers. They are upgraded. They do have fletching, but we've got just more numbers really. So we should be able to take that fight and win it easily. We double archery range production, and we look good to go. Now with runestones, often you will have deer patches, so it's important that you use those if you can. If you don't have them, maybe drop some farms, but usually you will have them. So I send 6 villagers from the berries to get the deer, and the remaining 2 villagers will be going to gold. Gold mining upgrade coming in now, and the archer numbers are really building up. Once we hit castle age, of course, we're going to get crossbow and bodkin. And we've got some decisions to make at that point, whether we drop a forward siege workshop, a stable maybe if you want to get some knights to snipe some mangonels, or whether you want to go for TC booms. You've got plenty of wood at this point. What you want to have is the villagers from the TC to go to wood, so you build up a bit of a bank, and you'll be able to afford a university of course. So there's a crossbow upgrade coming in. We want that university as soon as possible. There's bodkin coming in. And we're just going to harass our opponent for a while. Okay, so back home we've got that university being built, and we're going to build some houses. Important you build houses, it's very easy to get housed. And at some point as well we'll want to think about getting wheelbarrow. We do have 14 farmers after all, or at least 14 on food. Only 8 farms, so you can hold off on wheelbarrow just for now. We haven't got it yet. But essentially you're going to get your university and ballistics. The decision on your hands is whether you get a TC or whether you go for a forward siege workshop, and that's what we're going to do. You can also at this point probably afford a stable, and at this point I'm going to get wheelbarrow, and of course make sure we get our houses. So that's essentially a really good way to have an arch rush on Empire Wars. Guys, let me know what you thought of this build order. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought of it in the comment section below, and hope to see you on the next video.